After that meeting, Malik tried to act normal. He answered emails, returned calls, smiled at the right moments, told himself he could fix this without surrendering, that he could keep access without losing himself. But the world had changed, not visibly, quietly. When Malik reached out to a client he'd been building toward for months, the reply came back colder than expected. "Let's revisit this later." Later meant never. A week passed, and Malik started noticing the pattern. The invitations stopped. The callbacks slowed. The rooms that used to feel open now felt sealed. Victor hadn't said a word. He didn't need to, because power doesn't always slam doors. It simply stops, holding them open. Malik's friends, newer friends, the ones who had arrived with his rise, began to fade politely. Their warmth shortened. Their replies became efficient. Their schedules became unavailable. No one accused him of anything. That was the cruelty of it. There was nothing to defend, only absence. At Lena's apartment, Malik finally said it out loud. "I lost everything." Lena didn't flinch. She didn't rush to comfort him with optimism. She said, "No." He looked at her. "You lost permission," she said. "Permission to belong in rooms that require obedience." Malik wanted to argue, but he couldn't, because something in him recognized the truth. He hadn't been building a career. He'd been renting a future, and the rent was his yes. That night, Victor texted him. "Pride is a costly hobby." Malik stared at the message. His fingers hovered over the keyboard, ready to explain, to clarify, to repair. He could feel the old reflex, gratitude, fear, the need to keep the door open. Then he remembered his mother in the hospital. Victor's hand on his shoulder. The word family. And the silent part that came after. How family became leverage. How rescue became control. How the warmth disappeared the moment Malik chose himself. Malik placed the phone face down, not as a gesture, as a decision. The next day, he walked into Dana's office alone. Dana wasn't impressed by stories. She'd heard too many. She had the tired eyes of someone who knows how power works and has been punished for saying it out loud. Malik sat down and didn't dramatize it. "I don't have leverage," he said. "That's what makes this honest." Dana exhaled slowly. "Victor will retaliate." "I know," Malik said, "but I'm still here." Dana studied him. "Why now?" Malik hesitated, then said the real answer. "Because I realized I wasn't being mentored," he said. "I was being shaped, and the shape wasn't mine." Dana nodded once, as if she'd been waiting for him to arrive at that sentence. Over the next days, Malik felt the cost. It wasn't a single punishment. It was 1,000 small recalculations. A bank suddenly required more paperwork. A meeting got rescheduled indefinitely. A mutual acquaintance stopped making eye contact. A door that used to open now acted like it had never heard his name. That's how retaliation looks when you're dealing with someone who understands optics. Victor didn't want to destroy Malik loudly. He wanted Malik to return voluntarily, because the cleanest victory is the one where the other person blames themselves. Malik's hands shook sometimes when the phone rang. His mind offered bargains. Just apologize, just agree, just say yes one more time. He could almost feel the relief that would come with surrender. And that's when Malik understood the real trap. Power makes obedience feel like peace, but peace that costs your soul is not peace, it's possession. One evening, Malik walked past a building where he used to meet Victor. The lobby lights were bright, the glass polished, the security desk calm. The place looked like nothing had ever happened there. He stood outside for a moment and realized something that hurt. He could go back. He could step inside. He could trade the truth for the door. and he would be welcomed. That's what made it dangerous, because the worst prisons are the ones with open gates, where the only lock is what you've trained yourself to accept. Malik turned away. He didn't feel triumphant. He felt smaller, poorer, exposed. But he felt clean. And the wisdom settled, not like a slogan, but like a bruise you stop touching, because you finally understand it will never heal if you keep reopening it. Power can give you a life, but it can also decide who you're allowed to be. Sometimes freedom doesn't look like winning. Sometimes it looks like the willingness to lose a door, to keep a soul.